Hey, Gutfox here. We're going to do a tip video today. I think we're going to do a few of these over the upcoming week or so until I can get my computer fixed, because no editing, I just need to talk and show so I can record and upload with this new computer. But this little mini scheme, or scheme in general, is what I've heard from two different sources, what the Rampage guy at the top of leaderboards on Xbox One runs. It's the bunch tight end out of the Saints. You can't get it out of the pistol because the pistol does not have this verticals play, and that is very key to this scheme. But since the verticals is an audible in this set, we do not come out in it. You want to come out in one of three things: cross drag, the strong power, and this counter here. So let's go right through let's do the strong power first. You see this a lot online, and we'll come out and say a nickel formation. Let's do a standard cover 3. A lot of people run cover 3, and we'll show how this thing. So you just switch it, and you kind of got numbers there. You want good run blocking wide receivers. Cooks is not one of them, so this might not be as effective, but you can get wide, get a few yards there, and so forth. You guys have seen that online a bunch. I don't have to go through that. If they end up overloading that left side, just run it right, and so on and so forth. But the key to this is the scheming that you can do, audibling to verticals. Let's get into the second run first, the counter. Same situation. Just get it to bunch tight end. Counter. Counters, you guys know, are pretty good. We'll get into cover 3 sky here, just because it's quick. So counter, follow your blocks, and get a few yards there. So with good run blocking wide receivers and whatnot, a good impact block or run blocking lineman, you could do some good work. All right, so then we audible into the verticals, and here's what he does. Slants A, he can leave it like this, or I've seen a slant of Thomas, kind of get these crossing routes patterns, and then what you want to do, motion out Cooks, and then you could throw that right away to Cooks there. You guys have seen that a ton on these streak routes. On other sets, out of any bunch set, you just motion it out, and it goes on a good streak. So we can see how hard this is to stop out of a standard set. Make your reads. That Ingram route is a glitch route. It's like a very fast. Watch how fast he just takes off. Look at that. Look at that speed that he gets out of that. So that's something you go underneath with. Very hard to defend if you can make your reads properly. You may have run up against a guy online running this because it is out there being effective. But otherwise, it's like a verticals play that's very hard to defend because of the crossing routes and the different levels on it. The way that Embry the Ghost, one of the best players I know, says to stop this is through the cross manning. So say you're on defense and you cross man, say Snead here with him. You can go to the flats and cross man Thomas, and then you go to the other side. You could even put Suggs on a cross man on Fleener. So something like that. There's many different ways to cross man here, and then try to user taking away a lot of this stuff. So we'll run it on offense. Motion out Cooks. This Cooks route, so we'll show it against cover 2 here. See how there's kind of a lot of confusion there in the middle? See, that's perfect to be able to stop it. That's how you kind of want to be able to shut it down, is that cross manning. It takes a while to get those adjustments down, but it's something you're going to need to learn to be a top level player in Madden. All right, so let's go on the defensive side, and I'll show you how it beats cover 2 here. Similar way, it's that Cook's route destroys it. So we'll get our adjustments back. Slant Thomas. And there's many different, obviously you can do different audibles on all these guys, but this is just a good way of showing it. So you go Cooks out, and you just wait for Cooks to get past that. Throw it outside. Okay. Looks like the linebacker carried, and he still caught it. So if that cornerback carries, then you go underneath. So, all right, verticals, slant. So if the cornerback carries him like that, my halfback stayed in there. I should have gone over the middle. I was looking at Cooks, but you can see a little bit of a break there. And it flipped on me. All right, so we'll go back to Tampa 2. We'll leave it like this. And look at that. The tight end and the running back are both open. Do you see when the cornerback came down upon the guys coming underneath the route, how it became an easy completion. We'll show it here in just a sec. So I'm not an expert at this. There you go. See that? Sorry, that against cover 2, you got to leave that streak route going to occupy that safety. That was my bad there. I don't run the Saints playbook, so I just wanted to show off what he uses. Anyway, so yeah, Thomas to occupy the safety, then Cooks gets open for basically a one-play touchdown almost because of the occupation of the safety. So that is this verticals play, pretty strong. And then the last play I wanted to go through was the crossing route. Ooh. I mean, the Saints playbook's very good, as you guys see. I'm in the gun. That's what my issue is. This Saints playbook is a very good. You've seen a lot of this cross drags. I mean, similar drag system. We'll go into nickel. Let's go into cover 2 is very popular online. So is cover 3. I guess we can do any of them. But like, I mean, this should be easy to see what's going to be open here. You guys see a lot of crossing. Just it's another levels concept. You can streak him. I guess fade him too. So this is obviously B's there. Y late. Actually, the guy went back. That was a bad read. The cornerback snuck back. But otherwise, just take what the defense gives you in this. Ingram to the flat was going to be wide. Otherwise, you know, you can just leave it like this. See how, and you can get 5 yards like this if you throw it correctly. So that is this little scheme. You can run it to your heart's delight. It's very tough to stop without cross-manning on these verticals. If you see cover 2, leave Thomas. If you see another like cover 3, you could slant him across. But generally, you want to run it with Thomas streaked right away, and then to see what your opponent's doing. And this is, again, very tough to stop. You can just, I'll run it one more time just to show, even with my bad reads. Okay, see it. Running back right there. There's also up this and easy. What was that? 15 yards. So that's it. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you tomorrow.